Every successful person you admire has failed. Not once, not twice, countless times. Steve Jobs was fired from the company he founded. Oprah was told she wasn't fit for television. J.K. Rowling was a broke single mother rejected by 12 publishers. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. But here's what separated them from everyone else who failed. They didn't spend the rest of their lives carrying the failure. They learned from it. They grieved it. They acknowledged it. Then they put it down and built something new. There are moments in life when everything you worked for disappears in an instant. Not because you didn't try hard enough, not because you weren't good enough. Sometimes life just breaks things. And in those moments, most people make one critical mistake. They carry the broken pieces everywhere they go, wondering why they can't move forward while their hands are full of yesterday's wreckage. This is the story of a man who learned that yesterday's failure becomes today's prison only if you choose to carry it. Daniel Chin was 35 years old, living in a mid-sized city, working as a manager at a family-owned furniture store. Not glamorous, but it was his world. For 12 years, he poured his heart into that place. He wasn't just an employee, he was family. The owner, Mr. Harrison, had no children. He treated Daniel like a son. "Someday, this'll be yours," he would say, patting Daniel on the shoulder. Daniel believed him. He worked 60-hour weeks, stayed late to help customers, came in on weekends to organize inventory. He turned down other job offers, better-paying positions, because he was building something here, building a future. He got married to his girlfriend, Lisa. They bought a small house, not much, but theirs. They talked about kids, about how Daniel would eventually own the store, about the life they were building together. Everything felt stable, secure, certain. Then one Tuesday morning, Mr. Harrison called a staff meeting. Daniel walked in expecting the usual updates. Instead, Mr. Harrison stood there looking 10 years older, eyes red, voice shaking. "I have to sell the store." The room went silent. Medical bills. His wife's cancer treatment had drained everything. A corporate furniture chain made an offer he couldn't refuse. The sale was already finalized. Daniel felt the floor drop beneath him. "What about your promise?" he wanted to scream. But Mr. Harrison was crying. How do you rage at a man losing his wife? 2 weeks later, the new owners took over. They brought their own management team. Daniel and most of the staff were let go. Just like that. 12 years, gone. No ownership, no future. Just a severance check that felt like an insult compared to what he'd invested. Daniel tried to stay positive at first. "I'll find something better," he told Lisa. "This is actually an opportunity." But weeks turned into months. The job market was brutal. His experience was specific, furniture retail, and other stores either weren't hiring or wanted younger, cheaper workers. He applied everywhere: department stores, warehouses, sales positions, management roles. Rejection after rejection. "You're overqualified. We're looking for someone with different experience. We'll keep your resume on file." Each no felt like confirmation of a growing fear. Maybe I'm not as valuable as I thought. The bills piled up: the mortgage, the car payment, the credit cards they'd used to furnish their house. Lisa worked as a dental assistant, but her salary alone couldn't cover everything. Daniel started withdrawing. He'd sit in his car in parking lots before going home, not wanting Lisa to see the defeat on his face. He'd scroll through social media, seeing former colleagues thriving, old friends getting promotions, everyone moving forward while he was stuck. The argument started. "Did you apply anywhere today?" Lisa would ask. "Yes," he'd snap. "Same result." "Maybe you're being too picky." "I'm not being picky. Nobody wants me." She'd go quiet. He'd feel guilty. The silence between them grew. 6 months after losing his job, Daniel developed a strange habit. Every few days, he'd drive past the furniture store, just to see it. The new sign outside, the rearranged showroom floor, the unfamiliar faces working inside. He'd park across the street and watch. Customers going in and out, the business continuing without him, like he'd never existed. One afternoon, Lisa found him there. She knocked on the passenger window. He jumped, startled. She got in the car. "How long have you been doing this?" she asked quietly. "Doing what?" "Coming here, sitting here, staring at what's gone." Daniel's hands gripped the steering wheel. "I gave 12 years to that place." "I know. He promised me." "I know, baby, but it's over. And you keep coming back here like if you watch it long enough, it'll change. Like they'll realize they made a mistake and call you back." Tears burned in Daniel's eyes. "I don't know who I am without that job." Lisa took his hand. "You're my husband. You're Daniel. You're the man who can build things, but you won't build anything new while you're still standing in the ruins of the old." He wanted to argue, but deep down, he knew she was right.
Daniel stopped going to the store physically, but he couldn't stop going there mentally. At home, he'd pull out old photos from store events, Christmas parties, anniversary celebrations, the time they won Best Local Furniture Store, and everyone celebrated with champagne. He kept his old name tag in his wallet, would take it out sometimes, running his thumb over his name and the title, Manager. Late at night, when Lisa was asleep, he'd compose angry emails to Mr. Harrison in his head. Never sent them, just replayed what he'd say if he could. "You betrayed me. You wasted 12 years of my life. You lied." He'd imagined confrontations that would never happen, apologies he'd never receive. His sister, Michelle, visited one weekend. She found him in the garage, going through boxes of work stuff, training manuals, employee handbooks, performance reviews from years ago. "Why are you keeping this?" she asked. "I don't know. Memories, I guess." Michelle sat on a step stool. "Danny, I'm gonna say something, and you're gonna hate it, but I love you, so I'm saying it anyway." He looked up. "You're living like a ghost. You're haunting your own past. That job is gone. That promise is broken. That version of your life doesn't exist anymore. And I get it, it sucks, it's unfair, but you're so busy mourning what died that you're not living what's still alive." "What am I supposed to do?" His voice cracked. "Just forget it happened?" "No, but you need to stop carrying it like it's happening right now. The failure was 6 months ago, but you're failing every day by choice because you won't let go." That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. Michelle's words haunted him. "You're failing every day by choice because you won't let go." He thought about the drives past the store, the old photos, the imaginary confrontations, the bitterness he nursed like it was keeping him warm when really it was keeping him frozen. At 2 a.m., he got up and looked at himself in the bathroom mirror. "Who are you?" he whispered to his reflection. For 6 months, his answer had been, the guy who got screwed over, the guy who lost everything, the guy who got betrayed. That identity felt familiar, safe even, because if he was the victim, he didn't have to be responsible for what happened next. But standing there in the dark, Daniel asked himself a different question. Who do you want to be? And for the first time in months, the answer wasn't about the past. The next morning, Daniel did something small, but significant. He took all the old work stuff from the garage, the photos, the manuals, the name tag, and he packed it into one box. He labeled it Previous Chapter and put it in the attic. Not thrown away, not forgotten, just stored. Acknowledged, but not actively carried. Then, he deleted Mr. Harrison's number from his phone, stopped composing mental emails, stopped imagining confrontations. He told Lisa, "I'm done with the furniture store, all of it. I'm starting over." She hugged him, and he felt lighter than he had in months. Daniel stopped applying only to jobs that matched his old title. He expanded his search. A friend mentioned that a local community center needed someone to coordinate their senior programs, organizing activities, managing volunteers, handling logistics. The pay was $15,000 less than his old job. His pride screamed, "You were a manager! This is a step down!" But Daniel silenced that voice. "I was a manager. Now I'm unemployed. This is a step forward." He took the job. The first week was humbling. He went from managing employees to setting up bingo games for elderly folks, from making business decisions to arranging transportation for seniors to doctor's appointments. But something unexpected happened. The seniors loved him. His organizational skills, his patience, his genuine care, it all translated. Mrs. Rodriguez, a feisty 78-year-old, told him, "You're good at this. You actually listen." For 12 years at the furniture store, Daniel had been focused on sales, numbers, profits. Here, success was measured differently. Did Mr. Kim make it to his chess club? Did Mrs. Patel smile during art class? Did the veterans group feel heard? It was smaller, quieter, less prestigious, but it mattered. Months passed. Daniel threw himself into the work. He started noticing gaps. Seniors needed services but couldn't access. Transportation issues, isolation, lack of activities. He proposed new programs to the center director. A partnership with local restaurants to deliver meals, a volunteer driver program, intergenerational activities connecting seniors with local schools. The director was impressed. "You think like someone who's built things before." Daniel smiled. "I have, just in a different context." The programs launched. They worked. Local news covered the story. Other community centers called asking for advice. Within a year, Daniel was promoted to program director. Within 2 years, he was invited to speak at a national conference about innovative senior services. He wasn't making furniture store money, but he was making enough. And more importantly, he was making a difference. 3 years after losing his job at the furniture store, Daniel was shopping for a new couch for his living room. Lisa was pregnant with their first child, and they needed a baby-proof. Without thinking, he walked into the old furniture store. He froze when he realized where he was. The layout had changed, new inventory, different energy. A young salesman approached him. "Can I help you find something?" Daniel was about to leave when he heard a familiar voice. "Daniel! Daniel Chin!" He turned. It was Marcus, one of his former employees. "Marcus, you're still here?" The young man's smile faded. "Yeah, new owners kept a few of us. It's, different, not the same." They chatted briefly. Marcus asked what Daniel was doing. "I work at the Riverside Community Center, running programs for seniors." Marcus looked confused. "That's, different from here." Daniel smiled. "Yeah, very different, but I love it." "You don't miss this?" Marcus gestured around the store. Daniel paused, genuinely thinking about it. 3 years ago, this place was his identity. Losing it broke him. But standing here now, he felt nothing. No anger, no longing, no bitterness. "No, I don't," he honestly said. "This was my past. I'm grateful for what I learned here, but I'm glad I'm where I am now." Marcus looked surprised. "Man, I wish I had that perspective. I feel stuck." Daniel put a hand on his shoulder. "You're not stuck. You just haven't decided to leave yet. There's a difference." That evening, Daniel assembled the new couch. Daniel told Lisa what he'd learned. "I spent 6 months carrying that failure like a backpack full of rocks. Every single day, picking it up, walking around, exhausted. No wonder I couldn't move forward." "What changed?" Lisa asked. "I put it down. Not forgot it, but stopped carrying it. Once my hands were empty, I could build again." Right now, you might be carrying something heavy from yesterday. A job lost, a relationship ended, a promise broken, a dream collapsed. The pain is real, the hurt is valid, but here's what Daniel discovered. You can acknowledge the pain without carrying it forever. You can remember what happened without living there. You can honor what you lost without being defined by it. Yesterday's failure becomes today's prison only when you refuse to put it down. You are not what happened to you.
You are what you do next. Learn from it, grieve it, feel it fully, then put it down. Your hands need to be empty to build something new. Stop carrying yesterday's failure. Start building tomorrow's success. The story isn't over. It's just beginning.